Guarda, un regalo! Ah, è per te. Un puntino verde? Perché tutti i puntini verdi li becchi tu? Prendilo, prendilo!
Perform magic, which is pretty fascinating. He's actually magical. He wants to be loved, really, underneath it all. He just has a very, very dysfunctional way of going about achieving that, and feels that he must destroy little blue creatures in order to make that happen, which is probably a form of psychosis. Though he's very loyal in his way. I mean, he's with this, why he stays with this cat, I don't know. I mean, it seems to drive him crazy, this cat. Although there's probably a lot of married relationships we've seen that, like, why don't you just get divorced? What are you guys doing? You seem to drive each other crazy. I don't have a preference playing good or bad. It is often more fun to play villains. Certainly in this circumstance. Let's put it this way. It's rare that a villain is boring, but sometimes good guys are. So if you look at it that way, overall, it's more fun to play villains. I was about 18, 19 when the Smurfs, I think, hit our country. And technically too old to be watching the Smurfs, really, but I watched them anyway because I'm immature and had a lot of time to kill in college. And in watching those original Smurfs cartoons, I really wanted to change the character of Gargamella. I was a big Paul Winchell fan, who did the voice of Gargamella in the American cartoons. And I always found him to be brilliant and thought that he really didn't do his best as Gargamel in the American cartoons. And little did I know that many years later I would get my wish to revamp that character and do it in a funnier, more interesting way. Both laugh like this, yeah, which is embarrassing, especially, and terrifying to my son. We're both balding to different degrees, but let's face it, we both don't have as much hair as we used to. We're different in that I dress very differently. I don't usually wear a black dress, only occasionally, only for certain functions. And I'm not married to a cat. That's another way we differ. Well, you know, for Gargamel, the message is you raise children and you love them, and they eventually will turn blue and leave you. But more importantly, your family is who you choose it to be. And obviously, if you're adopted or if you're in a broken home, but even, you know, your family's who loves you and who you love, and that counts. You know, that matters. And even where you come from doesn't matter as much.